Then I've got this somewhere. Got different size dots. And then I got a scraper here. And this is only a small part. Here's a spider web thing from the craft store. These are terribly expensive, you know, to buy these stamps pre-made. But sometimes they have a clearance. You can see what it does too. Then the other way I can do that one is to put some of this out on here. Oh, that's a messy color. That's the indigo. And paint it on here. We get the should get the reverse. Too wet there. You know, why do these things happen when you're doing a demo? I don't know. It's just to make you work harder. Other things, you know, there's some corrugated stuff here, packing material. This is what you use to keep your glassware from falling over in a motorhome. Put it on a shelf. You're going to need to blot up some of that. Well, let's see what happened up here. Okay. That's scooted, but that's okay. I don't want it exact. And this is overlapping that, so it kind of breaks it up. I could put that back over there and see what happens. And that could go somewhere on a different color. This is called harvest wheat, but it's supposed to be comparable to quinacridone gold. This is American Journey as well. Okay, I got some more paint on here. Let's see what happens. See, now it's going to cover.
Must be a certain time in the afternoon it says okay.
I guess so. 5 after 2. Magic hour. So I'm going to lose a little of my texture, but that's...
Not funny, it goes right on there now.
Yeah. You know, some little spots there of lifting. Actually, I don't really... You've seen how to do that stuff. Let's just do this. I have this, if you think it, do it. There it went. Maybe we need another blue on there now. Try a different blue. This one's our phthalo. These are these M. Graham, these small tubes, and they have honey in them, come out of Oregon. But I saw somebody else is using honey. Sennelier makes a watercolor paint now, and they've got honey in theirs too.
So you really don't use much water with that. It needs almost a thickness for you to stamp.
For the stamping, I'd kind of like it to be a little bit wetter here, but I have to think about what I'm doing next. It's the point where you do have to think. I'm going to spray it again, that's what I'm going to do. Spray almost. You know, if you put alcohol spray, you get these bigger circles. They look like bubbles. One of my first, I mentioned Charlotte Britton was one of my first instructors, but Evangeline Johnson, some of you remember, from Fremont, no? She goes back a ways now. She and Charlotte were both teachers in Fremont about the same time in the 80s. And Vanjie, she was always doing all these crazy things. She was working on photographic paper before Yupo became popular. And banging it on the corners and letting it run. And look at that, doing all these weird things.
Now, is the texture you put on the floor, is that going to come out?
Most of it's gone, I think.
Gone, huh?
I think it's gone. And I think I'm going to take another piece of paper and I'm going to lay it on here and we're going to make a print.
That isn't Yupo, that's different.
No,
That's
Yupo
Yupo.
too. Now I want each corner to be different than the other corner, so. Well, that one decided to stick down, so. I'll let that sit for a minute.
Grace,
Yes.
how much on average is the paper, is the Yupo?
Very inexpensive. This is like a quarter sheet. Two of these is a half. It's not more than a couple of dollars a sheet. It's really very inexpensive.
And where's the best place to get that?
Cheap Joe's, for my money, is probably the best. There's, I'm trying to think, I bought it from, Cheap Joe's ships it in full sheets, which is about maybe 20 by 40. One of the other companies, and I'm not sure which one it is, might be is it ASW or AW? ASW. Does half sheet, so that would be like two of these. But it cuts real easy with a utility knife.
If, 10, 15 minutes, and then we'll open it up for people to come and do some trial.
Oh.
Okay.
This is the top one. Printed on.
Here, let me do this. Let me do this. This is the one that she just did. She used, put it on top of what she was working on. Here's what, it's the monoprint of what she did. And it's still wet.